I've traveled to 60 something countries by the age of 24. And after all this time, all the places, I've made a strong decision that I am never going home. I am never going back to my hometown in Australia. See, I've spent the majority of my life through Europe, Latin America, the Middle East, North America, and I don't plan to go home. And in this video, I'm going to tell you why. See, it's the common experience of pretty much all travelers. They leave, they make a decision, they leave, and they go and have this great experience of life and themselves. Something is awoken inside of them, which is beyond anything they may have experienced before. And it's a type of, separation from all they knew. And, during this time, it's a great opportunity to live and walk in the unknown for a little while. And, obviously a great life ensues because the unknown is where life is truly lived. And they feel themselves maybe like never before. They feel life as this great opportunity. They feel life as this great invitation. They receive new possibilities, new inspiration, and they get a fresh vision for what their life could be and what the very nature of life even is. What tends to happen slowly, all this time away from home begins to weigh on them. They miss home, their friends, their family, and ultimately comfort and the certainty of the known place that they've spent most of their life. And it's not always easy, and it's difficult to sustain at first, especially if you don't know what is taking place inside of you during this process. Eventually, the typical traveler returns home with intentions possibly to leave again shortly after, with intentions to integrate all that they experienced on the road. But it very rarely happens. This great invitation and this great experience that they encountered is soon forgotten. Now it becomes, just a collection of beautiful photographs and memories that, lives on their Instagram feed. And they go back to living whatever life they would have lived if they never left, with a few extra stories to tell at parties. And so, it's come to my awareness that that's what travel really is, and that's why it's so valuable. Is travel is an invitation into the unknown of what you are, into the unknown of yourself. It's an invitation into a new experience of life beyond what you have ever known, into a new possibility of what it means to be you and what it means to live. And, it's common for people to think travel is about a place, a movement, a certain type of people or experience. But the truth is, travel was always about you. It was about a glimpse into what it is that you are, and a glimpse into what your relationship to life and being could be. So for me, I asked, what is the point of this great awareness? To receive this great experience, to awaken, this great possibility inside of yourself, only to return to what you were before you left. To me, it's masturbation. It's a waste of time. The only purpose in it then serves as like a nice idea, some nostalgic memories to think back on every now and again when you're back living the life you would have lived if you never left anyway. Personally, I've made a strong decision that I will never return home. But this decision has nothing to do with geography or the country that I choose to live in. I've made a decision that I'll never return to what I was, that I will never return to who I was when I left home all those years ago. There's no going back to that because too much has been stirred up, too much has been awoken, and too much is being revealed inside of me that there is no returning. In fact, there's nothing in that part of me to return to. There's no retreating, from this new space in which I find myself. And hey, I don't know the future. Perhaps one day I am back in Australia, living there full time. Perhaps, I don't know. But I made a promise to myself and to you right now that I'm never going home.